there. It's Doc Thompson on Talk Radio 1270. All right, we've got an update on a very important story. I want you guys to take this serious. This is a medical concern for a lot of people. There are parents out there that need to know what's going on, and I first brought this to light last Friday at 5 o'clock, and I gave a slight update yesterday, and now we have even more information. I'm talking about butt chugging, the process where people consume...
That's a good way to say it, yeah.
Ingest, kind of.
Consume. Let's go consume.
Consume alcohol via their anus. This is a serious concern. It could be dangerous for kids, and that's the reason I'm bringing the story to you.
Boz, wipe that look off your face. This is a very serious topic.
What? I'm bringing this story to people because it's a serious medical story. Parents need to be aware of what's going on. I'm assuming most of the parents aren't doing it, but your kids might be doing it. Butt chugging. Now, in addition to putting a funnel in their rectum and pouring alcohol up there with the purpose of having the alcohol absorbed through the mucous membrane much quicker than it would if they just consumed it orally.
Yes.
They're also doing some other things. Eyeball shots.
Eyeball shots?
Yeah, you put a thing of alcohol up to your eyeball so it absorbs that way.
Wow.
They also, at times, have taken tampons and soaked them in alcohol. The girls will insert them one of two ways, the boys just one way. This is what's going on. I told you about a butt-chugging story out of the University of Tennessee last Friday. Here's the basic idea of what happened. A student at the University of Tennessee ended up being hospitalized after people from the university and some police officers say that he was butt-chugging wine. The entire fraternity, the police went to the fraternity house and started questioning the fraternity over underage consumption of alcohol and some other questions they had. It was a pretty ruckus party, you know. They were going a little crazy.
Getting down.
After this information came out, the kid in question was incensed. He was upset to think that people would believe that he was butt-chugging when he wasn't. So he started protesting. He got an attorney. He had his dad make a statement early on that what people are hearing about his son is not true.
They're lies, fabricated by the media.
He was just drinking underage to the point of passing out. That's all he was doing. There was no insertion of anything into his rectum for the purpose of getting drunk. That was not the case. Now, they're really upset that this kid has this image. Let me help you out before I get to the press conference they just held. If you want to diffuse something in the media, and I am somebody in the media, I have a little bit of experience with this. There are two ways to go about it. If somebody claims something like this, there are two primary ways to go about it. If you want it to go away, you either get out in front of it. Wait. Yeah, it might be a bad way to put it.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
So to speak.
You might want to, how can I put this? Go on offense, where you put out some jokes about it and then people laugh and it just goes away quickly. Or you can ignore it, and then it'll just kind of die with the lack of oxygen or attention. It'll just die off.
Yeah.
What you don't want to do, if you want something to go away, is get an attorney, protest it, and hold a press conference. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, press conferences never draw any attention.
All that does is give people some more reason to talk about it like we are going to now. Because when you hear this press conference, I think your day's going to get a little bit better. I think this is just a little ear candy for you as we explore the press conference by the bow tie wearing attorney he hired.
Folks, you may want to tell your friends and have them tune into AM 1270 right now.
Yeah, go ahead. It's a 10-minute press conference, and we'll stop it and make some offhanded, smart-ass comments, as we've been known to do, because it's really appropriate here. So you have some time. You ready? You hunkering down? All right, this is the attorney as he held the press conference about the alleged butt chugger.
We have issued a press statement today that he adopts and
Already it's making me laugh. We have issued a press statement today. Folks, you issue press statements, press releases, and you hold press conferences if it's something serious. Missing kid. Can you help us locate the missing kid? The president has a statement about Iran getting a nuclear weapon. That is how you hold press conferences and the things that you would hold press conferences for. Not because some kid is upset that somebody claimed he's a butt chugger. You're a butt chugger. I am not. That's really what's happening here. Someone said he's a butt chugger. He's upset about that. Someone called him a name, and he's holding a press conference. So here it is again.
We have issued a press statement today that he adopts, and I would like to say from the very beginning, at the time when George Bach was right here, was the president of Pi Kappa Alpha on this campus.
So that's the president of the fraternity, because all the fraternity brothers are standing with the alleged butt chugger and his bow tie wearing attorney.
His attorney has a bow tie?
Oh, jeez.
It's a good bow tie.
I didn't see the video.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's the only thing that distinguishes him from Charlie Langton. That's the only thing. That and a little southern twang. Charlie Langton would stand up on behalf of the butt chuggers. I know it. Is there a couple of bucks in it? Of course he'd do it.
When Mr. Bach went into his hospital room at the University of Tennessee Medical Center, he asked Xander if he had been butt chugging. And Xander's comment was, "What in the world is that?" I appeared about 30 minutes later, along with the chapter advisor of Pi Kappa Alpha. And I informed him that the reason that I was there was to ask him whether or not he had been involved in an activity called butt chugging. And he looked at me like I'd lost my mind and said, "What is that?" And ladies and gentlemen...
Hold on a second. Because we know, any person, but especially young people, you're willing to admit stuff right off. Butt chugging, absolutely. They shoved it up there, and I got liquored up. Ha ha.
College-age kids are very honest, very straightforward.
Yeah, they would admit to something right off.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't ever come out and say, what is that?
The first time that he had ever heard of the two words, butt chugging, which have now become two famous words across the United States and across the world. Mr. Broughton, and it is Broughton, not Broughton. It's Broughton, Scotch.
Wait a minute. The name is Scotch, or that's what he was getting drunk on? Is that what he was butt chugging, Scotch, or his name is Scotch?
Maybe him and his friends don't call it butt chugging. Maybe they got some other weird name for it.
So maybe he hadn't heard the term, but he certainly knows the activity.
Backside sipping
Are we saying Scotch? Is he saying as in Scott? Like Scottish? Like what is...
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Scotch is in a country.
Yeah, you're right. Like
he's not saying he's a Scot.
He's Scottish.
Perhaps he's ordering a Scotch and a funnel?
Scottish people don't do that, I promise.
Let me help you out. Let me give you another tip about dealing with the media, too. If there's some accusation that has something to do with booze, alcohol, liquor, avoid any words that could be a double entendre, meaning a form of alcohol or liquor.
Yes.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to mention anything like that. They were sitting around playing gin. You don't want to... Gin? No, gin rum. Oh, yeah, you don't want to do anything
It was on the night of the last Blue Moon.
Like the beer, Blue Moon beer?
Yes.
Oh, no, it was a second full moon in the my get-up.
Denies each and every allegation whatsoever that has been inferred that he may be a gay man.
Whoa.
Now, I haven't listened to
Back it up a little bit.
I haven't listened to all of the broadcasts of people talking about this alleged butt chugger, but we didn't bring up any fact that he might be one of them homo-type sexuals, did we?
No, only that some other people had, but those people had not come forward. We said he was getting liquored up by the butt chugging.
We weren't talking about the gays, though.
No, we weren't not talking about homo-type sexuals. We were talking about getting drunk via your anus. I mean, it had nothing to do with that, but boy, they went right to it.
I think we just implied that he was real serious about getting messed up.
Right, exactly. Right. If you're willing to do that. I'm thinking the family may be a little sensitive about that. The update I gave you yesterday is about him being, a Christian, and he would not desecrate his body in that method.
No. I mean, aside from being 20 years old and drinking under the age. Drinking to the point of passing out.
I think Dad is a little concerned about his son sticking, the possibility, the accusation of his son sticking something up his rectum for any type of recreational purpose, no matter what it was. And that's what this is really about. It's not getting drunk through your ass, it's that he's gay. So back it up and let me hear this again.
Scotch denies each and every allegation whatsoever that has been inferred that he may be a gay man.
We are listening to a press conference about alleged butt chugging at the University of Tennessee.
He is a straight man, and he thinks that the idea and the concept of butt chugging is absolutely repulsive. And I'm telling you today that the only reason that we're standing here is because the University of Tennessee, its officials, and the University of Tennessee Medical Center, and especially the University of Tennessee Police Department, has provided false and incorrect information and has perpetuated that this entire week. And this entire media frenzy has been caused by the people who I'm standing before today.
I got a question. I had a question there. So He's suggesting that there is a police conspiracy to label him a butt chugger. Is that what's going on?
That's what it sounds like.
Goes all the way to the top.
Is that what it is? All the way to the top, man. They're all the police are against this fraternity, labeling them the butt chuggers. And the only reason this continues is because of the media frenzy around it. Skip, I'm just, you've been in broadcasting a long time. You've dealt with the media. You understand this stuff. Is there any way that they could have quieted down the media frenzy?
Perhaps not holding a press conference would have been one of the best things to do.
To not continue to talk about it yourselves.
Yeah.
And call the media to cover the story.
I tell you one thing. We at no point yesterday had any plans to talk about the butt chugging today. However,
it was over.
However, once this press conference got released, we had a whole hour.
It's gold. It's gold, baby.
We had an hour.
I was content to wash my hands of the butt chugging story as of Friday at 6 o'clock.
They should have been ready to wash their hands of it, too.
They really should have, but they weren't. They dove right back into the butt chugging this week.
It's got to look funny on the various whiteboards at different media outlets that has a calendar, and it's the butt chugging presser that someone has to attend.
How dare the members of the media cover a story that they called them to cover? How dare they, Skip, go to the press conference and cover the story that his attorney wanted them to cover?
You know, the interesting thing about a press conference is the first word of that. Press.
Yeah, you generally call the press.
And then a conference is when people get to a gathering of the press. Hey, everybody. Hey, you guys all come over here. Stop talking about us.
I'm going to tell you what happened. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I've called you here today to give you many, many details and an additional story, but please don't talk about it.
And aside from that, too, I mean, even if it was just a quick little couple of minutes, hey, this is the deal, this is not accurate, this is the last we'll talk about it, they did 10 minutes on this. Once again, we've both been in broadcasting for some time. Press conferences don't usually last this long when it's a very serious topic.
I feel really bad for the kid, though, and I've heard his attorney charges out the ass. I really...
Shame on you for having reported lies and incorrect information about my client. Now, he's going to make a statement in a minute.
Shame on you.
But before we do that, I want to make a statement on his behalf that is in this press release. And I'm speaking on behalf of Xander right now.
Xander is the alleged butt chugger.
I would be remiss if I did not also make a statement about my beloved fraternity, Pi Kappa Alpha, which lost its recognition last Thursday because of actions by the University of Tennessee to suspend its recognition as a recognized University of Tennessee organization.
I see what's going on there. He's alum. He's part of the butt-chugging fraternity. That's why he doesn't want it. I've heard of the secret things that some of these fraternities do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not talking just about the hazing rituals. I saw Skull and Bones. I saw the skulls. I know what's going on there. Mm-hmm. I know the type of things they do. Apparently, Pi Kappa Alpha, at least the University of Tennessee, butt chuggers.
Is that part of the initiation, I guess?
I think so. Well, you can't spell butt chugger without UT. We know that. So I don't know. Jane in Clinton Township, before we continue with the butt-chugging press conference, do you have a comment?
Yeah, hi, Doc. I got the libertarian perspective on butt-chugging.
Yes, ma'am. And
I'm kind of afraid that how are the police going to deal with this if people are actually getting plowed? I mean, are they going to have some kind of, like, gasolizer test or something?
A gasolizer test?
To penalize people for doing this?
No, you're going to have to maintain that level of airflow for 20 seconds. You're going to have... No, try again. Jane, that is an excellent point. No, that is an excellent point. We had this discussion with Charlie Plankton this morning, and I'm pretty sure with a regular breathalyzer, you can still tell alcohol level no matter how the alcohol was inserted into the body. Charlie Plankton did have a question about MIP, a minor in possession, and what Michigan law, what that would mean in Michigan law. He was concerned that back in the day it might have talked about oral consumption of alcohol as being in possession. But when he looked, he said they had changed it at some point. The legislature
He pulled up the statute, the actual law.
Yeah, and said it doesn't matter how your body becomes in possession of that alcohol. If you're a minor, you are under the influence at that point. All right, I'd like to continue now. We'll get some more calls in a second. 248-356-1270 with the butt-chugging press conference where the attorney of the alleged butt-chugger is none too happy. And he has come out calling a press conference to defend his client against allegations of being a butt-chugger.
University of Tennessee organization. First, I want to state that neither I nor any member of my fraternity, Pi Kappa Alpha, have ever been involved in butt-chugging or the use of alcohol enemas. These allegations have not only tarnished these allegations have not only tarnished and attempted to destroy my life, but all the lives of the men of Pi Kappa Alpha at the University of Tennessee, and they are standing here today with their brother.
You know, using the word you've been tarnished. Tarnished by the butt-chugging or alcohol enema. Again, probably not the best written press.
I want to speak to my fraternity brothers across the world, wherever you may be. On my oath that I took at the time when I was initiated, I swear to each and every one of you that every allegation of gross and immoral activity of butt-chugging or alcohol enemas never took place at the Pi Kappa Alpha house. We are men of integrity who pledged at the time of our initiation to be true. I pledge to you my word of honor as a brother.
Hold it. Men of integrity. So he's alleging that he was just at the house, they were eating popcorn and watching a good wholesome movie, maybe reruns of Leave It to Beaver?
No, once again, there was definitely, and without any sort of, underage drinking. They don't deny that.
There was drinking at the fraternity house.
Yes, underage drinking. And illegal.
Illegal, and these are the men of integrity. Mm-hmm. The men of integrity and high moral character that he's talking about.
Yes.
So, breaking the law, underage consumption, and their goal, what was the game they were playing? The Tour de Franzia?
Tour de Franzia, I believe.
Franzia, that's that wine, right? The wine in a box?
Yes.
The Tour de Franzia? This is like taking off of the Tour de France, but it's
apparently a drinking game that the college kids are doing these days.
Grueling drinking game.
Yes. That's
okay. That means you have high moral character. Butt chugging, though, that's where you draw the line.
According to the press conference, according to his lawyer, yes.
That's the line. You can still have high moral character while taking part in the Tour de Franzia underage. But butt chugging is out.
Phi Kappa Alpha. I can never thank the international headquarters staff and the Supreme Council of this fraternity for the love and support which it has given me and this chapter. To all our alumni and current active members of chapters across the United States and in Canada, I say to you that no such thing ever happened. Do not be led by the irresponsible media who would rather disseminate false information that creates sensation rather than to allow the truth to prevail. And to the news media who have chosen to believe the falsehoods issued by the University of Tennessee, I say to you today, shame on you.
Thank you, Dan. Friday, September 21st.
Oh, hold it. This is where the alleged butt chugger has now taken the microphone. His bow tie wearing attorney has passed the microphone over to the alleged butt chugger.
Thank you, Dan. On Friday, September 21st, 2012, I made a bad choice regarding drinking. That decision almost cost me my life. However, the scandalous accusations surrounding that event never happened, and I completely deny them. The inaccurate reporting this past week has caused me to question institutions that most of us accept as truthful. I am now concerned that organizations we as students and citizens trust may not have our best interests as one of their primary goals. At this point, my intent is to clear my name, my fraternity's name, and to punish those individuals and institutions responsible for the lies that have been spread around the world. Thank you.
Senator, can you clarify what did happen?
This is where the alleged butt chugger is taking questions. We heard from his bow tie wearing attorney who did not take questions. Now the alleged butt chugger is taking questions with his fraternity brethren standing behind him, which is really nice to see. You know, the whole bros before hoes.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I did that.
It's a long story.
Are you going to take any legal action?
The answer to that is yes.
Against?
Yes.
Against who?
Whomever has violated his HIPAA rights and his constitutional rights, and the list is as long as your arm.
Okay, and that's the bow tie wearing attorney now commenting, saying, yes, they will be going after people who violated his rights.
And one thing quickly, T, and you may want to back it up by about 8 seconds too, Boz. Right when we came back into, the question was asked, can you explain what happened that night if you're denying the butt chugging? He simply says, it's a long story.
Well, isn't that what you do at a press conference? You have plenty of time. Let's hear that again.
That day?
It's a long story.
Are you going to take any legal action?
The answer to that is yes.
Against?
Yes.
Against who?
Whomever has violated his HIPAA rights and his constitutional rights, and the list is as long as your arm.
How do you explain the reports that have come out of the hospital and from the UT Police Department?
You know, I would love to be able to explain those things to you. The University of Tennessee Medical Center and the University Police Department and the University of Tennessee had no right to release any information about him as a student.
Hang on a second. In the report, Skip, and you've been following this closely, I know you were very interested in getting the bottom of the alleged butt chugging.
All this innuendo you're putting out is really...
Innuendo, what?
Dude.
What do you say?
Doc,
We're
professional broadcasters here.
Yikes.
When they released the info, did they release his BAC? Was that his butt alcohol content? Was that?
We got to take this seriously, guys. Come on.
Whoever did so will be counted someday at this university. Other questions?
Is Mr. Carney here?
I don't know if he's here or not.
JP here? The one who gave the initial statement to the first investigator on the scene?
He is not. I would like to make a statement about that. I have a sworn affidavit from JP Carney that says everything that was gathered by Knoxville police officer investigator Patricia Tipton is false, misleading, and a total lie. And we will stand by that until hell freezes over.
So can you give us some details of what did happen that day?
On that night? Mm-hmm. Yes, I most certainly can. It's in the press release that that evening, certain members of Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity went to the fraternity house and had a tour de Franzia. I never had heard of that until Saturday morning, but I now know what it is. They were told not to do that by the executive committee of the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity, but Yet some of the members chose to do that, and they did so.
Okay, so not only did they break the law, their moral and upstanding fraternity said don't have a Tour de Franzia, but they still did it anyway.
Yes. In fact, the presidents of the National Semper of the Phi Beta Kappa, whatever the hell it was,
Phi Beta Kappa,
said don't do it.
Let me, before we return to the alleged butt chugger press conference, let me give you a quick Tour de Franzia. There's 3 stages, multiple stages, much like the Tour de France, and it is a grueling drinking
There's
game.
like 15 stages to the Tour de France. What the heck?
There is a time trial phase of Tour de Franzia. The time trial, wine is dispersed equally amongst the teammates. Everyone drinks at the same time. The first player to empty their cup must place it upside down on the table and then flip it right side up. The first drinker to flip it up wins 1 point for the team. That is the time trial.
Okay.
Then there is the mountain stage, where wine is dispersed into 8 shot glasses. Shots are taken in sequence, one at a time. The next shot cannot be taken until the previous shot glass has been placed back on the table. Every member of the team must take at least 1 shot. Whoever takes the 8th shot must place the shot glass back on the table and bounce a quarter into it. The fastest team wins 2 points for the team.
Well, again, they're doing shots of wine?
That is the third leg of the Tour de Franzia. The third is the team race, and this is where all wine is placed into 1 cup. Players drink and pass the cup in a designated order. Every member of the team must consume some amount of the wine. Once a player passes the cup, they cannot drink again in that stage. The fastest team to empty the cup wins 3 points for their team. That is the Tour de Franzia that the underage, moral, upstanding, alleged butt chugger, took part in.
As a result of drinking that took place that night, Xander passed out and was taken to the hospital to be treated for potential alcohol poisoning.
Will you stay at this university?
Absolutely. Why would I move? Any one reason? I mean, I'm at the trees. I don't care if y'all believe me.
Have you heard other people who may leave the university because of this? For example,
I heard people may not be coming here in the future, but
such as?
Maybe such as.
Who might not.
I mean, give a name.
No names.
What is that?
He's getting really combative here.
It's a little hard to hear. He's like, she asked him a question, and she said, such as, can you...
What do you mean, such as?
Yeah, he seems like a very nice, moral, upstanding person.
No names. Just people you might have heard.
Yeah, people.
I wondered if it was high schoolers or friends of yours.
Well, I mean, normally high school kids go to college after, I mean, maybe if you get your GED.
What is that?
Usually high school kids go to college after high school.
Forgive me for saying this, but you seem very angry.
Wouldn't you be?
Okay, hold on a second. Whoa. So she asked that, and she said, was she saying, are there high school kids there or something?
Well, and what we're saying is has this changed the opinion of any students maybe not wanting to come to the university, maybe not wanting to go to this specific fraternity? And he's like, yes, there has been. He says, well, such as what? He says, what do you mean, such as? From there, she again.
Yeah, I mean, if you're as he, like he did, if you're going to say yes, it's changed people's minds, well, give me an example.
Exactly,
Hey,
which is all she was asking
so
for.
that she throws out, I don't know, high school kids or whatever, because there are two types of people generally that go to or are considering going to a school. Those that are already going, hey, this is affecting me, I'm going to stop going. Or people in high school planning to go. She brings up high school, and he gets all combative about high school kids don't come here. Like at the fraternity house.
Yeah, he was saying like, well, yeah, generally after high school, that's when they're going to continue going to school. I mean, that's when they're going to consider it. At which point, too, the reporter then says, you seem kind of angry. His response is, well, wouldn't you be too?
Can you tell me some of the emotion that's coming, where that's coming from?
It's just watch out. That's all it is.
A lot of people are asking why. What happened that night? What was behind this? What could have
I just drank way too much, and y'all are blowing it way out of proportion. I got way too drunk. I'll admit that. It was dumb. It was so dumb. No, I didn't. I look back on that night, and there's so many things that could have done different that would, none of this would ever happen. That's how it goes.
And that's part of why I asked, because you're 20?
20.
I remember you were 20. Oh, there's not terribly smart at 20.
Well, live and learn, right?
Do you have anything else that you'd like to say?
There you go.
I'd appreciate it if y'all were the truth.
If you'd all what?
Thank you.
Oh, tell the truth. Wow. That is the end of the alleged butt chugger's press conference, complete with his bow tie wearing attorney saying that no, he is not a butt chugger and he's not gay. They just said you chugged stuff with your butt as part of waiting. I'm not gay. He seems a little concerned that people would, maybe a little overly concerned that people would think he's a homotype sexual. I mean, that's a little concerned. All right, we're going to get some calls. If you have comments on the butt chugger, 248-35, the alleged butt chugger.
Thank you. You don't want to get sued by this bow-tied wearing lawyer.
248-356-1270. 248-356-1270. Also coming up in about 10 minutes, at about 4:45, we're going to talk to the Petoskey Batman. He's in a little bit of trouble again. This is really, so he did admit he was drinking.
Yes.
I mean, he admitted, and he was really drunk.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he admitted he was drunk off his ass, right? I mean, then...
Doug Thompson.